1, 2, mic check, mic check, mic check. All right. I'm very frustrated right now. Very frustrated. Disappointed. It has nothing to do with Twitch or gaming or anything like that. Nobody's on here, so I'm going to talk to myself, I guess. But, so if anybody watches this later, most people, some people, know that my full-time job is being a policeman. We had a officer killed, Breann Leath, about 4 years ago, and I filmed her funeral. I was there on the scene after the shooting. Completely tragic. I mean, Bree was a young officer. She was beautiful. Had a kid, young kid. A lot of people that loved her. Just from what I know, an amazing person who was killed by a guy who was committing a battery, confinement on his girlfriend. So basically what happened was there was a domestic disturbance, and the girl tries to call the police. She finally gets a hold of the police, and she's asking for help, and bad guy, the boyfriend, takes the phone away from her, talks to 911 operator, and bad things are going on basically between these two. Well, the police show up, one of which is Bree, and then like 3 other officers. They're at the front door of this apartment, and they knock, and old boy had got a hold of a gun and shot like 8 rounds or something like that through the wall, through the door, at the police who were outside, who had identified themselves and whatnot, all of which were in full uniform. Shot Bree twice in the head. Bree goes down right there. The other officers retreat, trying to, get to safety, get cover. The female at some point gets away from the boyfriend, runs away, is trying to run away, gets out the door, running down the stairs of the apartments, and the bad guy runs out, has a handgun, still has a handgun, is standing basically over the body of the police officer female who he just killed, shot twice in the head, and shoots a domestic violence victim female like twice in the back as she is running away from him. He runs back into the apartment and is basically holding himself hostage, I guess, but just complete carnage. And we found out this week that the guy got sentenced basically to time served because he's been in jail ever since, for Bree's death. And he's going to get, I think, 25 years or something like that for shooting his girlfriend in the back. So completely bizarre. I mean, it's a bizarre world to me. I've been doing this for a long time, and when I first got into doing, law enforcement, police work, whatever, everyone understood it. The good guys and the bad guys, the police and the bad guys. police and the criminals, basically worked off an understanding that if you killed a police officer, you were signing your own death warrant. And yeah, police officers and deputies and stuff like that, yeah, we're sort of a different breed, I guess, if you will, when it comes to like running toward gunfire and all that kind of stuff. And we're trained to do all that stuff. Yeah. And it does take a different kind of mental attitude to do that and see the stuff that we see. But you, at least when I started, you sort of had this, for lack of a better word, like this mental shield, understanding that, you know, nobody's going to be dumb enough to try to kill me because they're going to sign their own death wish, right? Their own death warrant. So even though it did happen, you know, obviously it did happen, you know, killing of police has been going on since there's been police. So, which is unfortunate, but now it's, you know, it's different now, much different. And I want to say it's unfortunate. It's much more than unfortunate. And it's not much more unfortunate for the police. It's for society, for being honest. You know, I don't know where this judge and some of these judges that are letting these extremely violent predators out of jail on light sentences, and letting them back out in the world. I don't know what they're thinking, you know. I don't even know if this judge that ruled on this even lives in our community. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know. He may, but I'm beside myself. I just listened to, you know, watched a video of our fraternal order police rep, that news conference that he had gave, and I just literally came downstairs here from watching that upstairs, and absolutely beside myself right now with knowing all the fine young officers that we have, and trying to imagine, you know, what their career, their future is going to look like, you know, in 15, 20 years from now. You know, what is the environment going to be? Are they basically going to have robots, literally having robots do our job? Because nobody in their right mind is going to want to be the police in any kind of big city or city, when all they do is give murderers of police officers time served after 4 years. For that charge. So, I mean, I don't mean to get down on a tangent, but just hurts, you know, just makes no sense. I know I'm not the only one that, especially in law enforcement, that, you know, feels this way. Sucks. Absolutely sucks. I would like to think that we would, not only as a city or a state, but as a world, would finally be up to here with poor behavior, you know, the violence, the disrespect, mean, I don't know how much lower we have to go to hit the bottom. I thought we were there already, but I guess the bottom just keeps getting deeper. So, extremely unfortunate. And like I said, it's more than unfortunate, but